Good evening from Toronto. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the Grizzlies have long departed Vancouver. The Raptors are Canada's team. And right now, one of the most consistent in the NBA.
And this team has a whole country behind them, Ed, just not a city. And I'm so sick and tired of fans talking about this team can't make it out of the playoffs. They have the personnel to achieve the ultimate level of success, and that's winning an NBA championship.
No, in hockey terms, he's ready to drop the gloves. We're ready to go in this one in Toronto. The Houston Rockets begin the game with the basketball. Paul to Harden. Has a chance. Deep two there, won't go. Lowry matched up with Harden. For the Raptors right now, it's twofold. Not just winning with Kawhi, but trying to keep Kawhi.
I think Toronto has to look at this as a one-year lease. You have to get as much out of Kawhi as you can. The goal is to win a championship, and the goal is to win one now.
Harden in possession. He'll run the offense. Danny Green goes to the right side. Slams it down. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet, and one of the most in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Screen coming. Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Leonard to Lowry. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it. To Harden. That pass taken away by Toronto. Kawhi Leonard. And the rebound comes down to Harden. Paul into the front court. Down two. To Harden. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
The drive right to the basket. Runner here won't go. Lowry with it. Looking to make something happen. To Leonard. Lowry. His first effort off the mark. To P.J. Tucker. Paul. That one out of bounds off a rocket. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Toronto with the basketball. Lynn, defended by Rivers. Leonard, deep right corner. To Leonard. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Nene with the rebound. Austin Rivers. To Harden. Has a look. James Harden missed his first. That one goes. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Gasol to Leonard. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
The pro game has really come down to P&Rs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Houston takes over. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden trying to take it to the basket, but a shot stays out. Lynn with it. A minute to go here in the opening quarter. To Powell. Around the perimeter. Powell. Trying to cash in, and he buries it.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
Harden. Message received. Well defended. Lin with it. Leads a bucket. To Gasol. Big finish at the rim.
Had a difficult first quarter. Couldn't really find his rhythm, but you got 3 more left to play.
The assist from number 17, Jeremy Lin.
Marc Gasol pins it. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. 20-footer at the buzzer. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic. That's it for the first quarter. The Raptors in front. First quarter complete, on to the second period. A little bit of a feeling out process so far.
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Harden with it up top. 10-4 is the score. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden. To Gerald Green. Nice finish at the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
McCall. To Leonard. A pass taken away by the Rockets. Gerald Green to Harden. And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Leonard to McCaw. Lin to Leonard. Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard matched up with Gerald Green. From the painted area, won't go down. Second effort. Cleans the offensive glass. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Leonard to Lin. Goes to the left side. Harden. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Old school equals high percentage.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul to P.J. Tucker. Marc Gasol with a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Leonard. From long range. He engulfed him that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Gerald Green. To Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Serge Ibaka slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Now Paul with the basketball. 14-13 our score. It's a 1-point game. Here comes the screen. Paul against McCaw. Raptors have the rebound. OG Anunoby against Tucker. To Leonard. Defense making the ball carrier work. To Leonard. Has a chance. Shot for Leonard, no good. The follow won't go either. Paul into the front court, down by 1. To P.J. Tucker. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Paul. Shot won't go. McCaw into the front court. It's a 1-point game as we approach halftime. To Gasol, down low.
Double team. Here we go.
Marc Gasol. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Rockets in control of the basketball. Marc Gasol sends it away. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marc Gasol. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. That pass taken away by Toronto. 15-footer at the buzzer. Knocks it down from mid-range. Long heave from 3/4 court. First half in the books. The Raptors have the lead.
Fellas, Jalen here with your halftime report. The Raptors entered halftime with a solid lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Toronto Raptors. The Rockets are down at halftime and in need of some momentum. And someone needs to step up offensively if they plan to win this game. Not a single player has gotten into double digits yet. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Bench points.
The Houston Rockets were not given a chance to relax in that opening half. Even when the starters were on the bench, the reserves were maintaining the lead and earning their playing time.
Player of the half.
Marc Gasol has been making the competition look silly on the defensive end.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in that first half. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To Leonard. Add 2 points to the board.
2 points. The assist from
Hart with the basketball. The margin standing now at 7. To Paul. Here comes the screen. Curling inside. From the outside, no good.
Just the thought of coming into the lane amongst the trees, that shot was altered before he even took it.
Lowry to Danny Green. Has a look. Can't connect. Paul across the timeline. Right now, down 7. Gets a shot up off the mark.
You have to give the defense so much credit here. He absolutely destroyed them in the first half by being able to catch the ball in his operational pockets. What I mean by that, pinch post, three-point line. Now the defense is forcing him to catch the ball way further than what he was used to.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Harden to Fareed. Kenneth Fareed powers it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Lowry to Danny Green. Screen coming. Short jumper stays out. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Fareed to Paul. Gets it in the left corner. Here comes the screen. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. James Harden trying to cash in. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end. Lowry has the basketball. To Leonard. Probing the defense. To Ibaka. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Lynn with it. His team up by 7. To Gasol. Spins and scores.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why he can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
Lynn with it. Lead stands at 7. To Leonard. Screen coming. Kawhi Leonard picked up by Nene. Knocks down a tough shot. Now a smothering defense.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Harden. Toronto has the basketball. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Marc Gasol tips it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
And he hits.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Paul. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. To Jeremy Lin. Here comes the screen. Lin. To Leonard. Stuffs it down with authority.
And easy to get back on defense.
The assist from number 43, Pascal Siakam.
Harden. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
That ends the third quarter. The Raptors enjoying a sizable lead. It'll be Rockets basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Lowry to Leonard. They work it down to Gasol. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Marc Gasol has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 77% at the line. down the first. Two for two on that trip.
Keep working him out, boy. You can't guard you.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Nene to Harden. Oh, he had him there for a second. James Harden fires for two. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Look, the Rockets don't take too many mid-range jumpers. Actually, last season, they led the league in three-point attempts. Glad to see them actually find a two-point shot relevant these days.
Lowry. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. And Kyle Lowry, muscle memory put to good use there.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
The assist from number 13, James Harden.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. The advantage is 13 points. Kawhi Leonard here against Nene. Cashes in for two.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas, or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Paul, that pass taken away by Toronto.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
Nene snatching it out of the air.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
James Harden, couple of free throws on the way. A career 85% free throw shooter. First free throw is good.
For Houston, number 10, Eric Gordon.
And he makes them both. Ball's controlled by Lowry. Here comes the screen. Lowry here against P.J. Tucker. Can't connect from inside. Mark knocked it away.
Oh! Some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Let's shoot. Shoot it.
Paul. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. To Leonard. Lowry. And the rebound taken down by Houston. Paul with it up top. The deficit now up to 13. Lowry into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And the Rockets have the rebound. To Harden. Here comes the screen.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Two-point shot for James Harden. Deep two there. Won't go.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Marc Gasol looking good. 4 for 5.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To Harden. Beyond the arc for 3. With James Harden, muscle memory. Gets it to go.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. So Lowry. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To P.J. Tucker. Fareed. To Harden. Just off the mark. Lowry into the front court. They lead it by 14. Kawhi Leonard matched up with Harden. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Gordon with it. He'll run the offense. Harden to Paul. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Danny Green to Leonard. Goes to the left side. Ibaka. Always tough against this guy. Serge Ibaka. Good closeout. Still hits. Deep three. At the buzzer. It's the Raptors with the victory as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors put on a show in a blowout. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Toronto Raptors. The Rockets seemed to give up on this game as it got more challenging. And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Houston Rockets.
Game prep. Defense.
The Toronto Raptors showed us how important defense can be in this league, especially when it leads to plenty of opportunities on the other end of the court.
Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard was happy to throw down plenty of dunks, and if the defense happened to be there, he brought them along for the ride.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.